So the first tip I got for you guys, and I guess I could have had that up, but the first big tip I have for you guys for this week is ultimately to figure out ways. Okay, hold on. I want to talk. Let me just give an example first. I know that there's a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners. I know there's a lot of financial professionals. I know there's a lot of people that are in sales that watch my videos, things like that. So um, they post a lot of things on social media to gain traction and to build up their brand, which is great, right? That's what we all do. That's what I'm here doing. I'm here trying to build up my brand with you guys to provide a much better community, to like actually arm you guys with really good tools to build upon your leadership, to build upon your success. Not everybody does that though. Some people, and if I hit you, I didn't mean to miss you. Is that how it goes? Is that I think that's how it goes. If I hit you, didn't mean to miss you. Oh, if what I'm about to say hits you, I didn't mean to miss you. But ultimately, a lot of people, instead of providing actual value within their content, they're not providing value or content within their postings. And so my tip for you this week is to learn and figure out ways to actually provide value and content. What I mean by that, like when I say provide like actual free value, I want you guys to understand like what I consider free value. When it comes to free value, I feel like too many people say, hey, if you want to get this information, you need to do this. And not like hey, watch this video, like a video title. I mean like in their content. Let's say that you see a short video on LinkedIn, for instance, right? And they say, hey, if you guys are interested in learning more about whatever, come to this channel, schedule a meeting with me, shoot me an email, hit me up in our DMs, provide free value. What's wrong with it? If it is so valuable, nobody else is going to steal it from you. Like even if they do steal it from you, you're still much better than anybody else at it, right? But providing free value is going to allow people to actually give you like good feedback and help you out with all types of things, right? Ultimately, it's like what I do here. It's a really big deal for me to make sure that I am not providing freebies, but I'm providing free value, right? And so that's why I want to make sure that as I started to build this channel, build this brand here online, how do I make sure I'm providing actual good value to you guys? The things that I learn that are public knowledge that anybody can go do or read or watch. I'd rather present that to you guys from my perspective versus providing freebies is completely just laying it all out there, right? Like at that point, I would ultimately say, hey, here's exactly what I'm going to do this, right? I'm not going to do that. I'd rather give you the mindset. Free. It's like you got I almost said Lucas and Clark. No, you've got who's that? Christopher Columbus and that whole expedition. You can or you can teach a man how to fish, or you can give a man a fish. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll never starve. What? Look, I suck at analogies, guys. So don't look. But you guys do what I'm saying, right? I'm not going to give you guys the freebies. I'm going to provide good value for you, so that way you're equipped to be able to do these things. Now, on top of that, I do know that I have much more that I'm able to help you guys out with and take care of you guys with, and all the rest of that kind of good stuff. Right, so that's fine. If you guys want more information from me, you feel very free, but I'm going to always provide free value, right? And so that's like getting a chance. Like I love being able to post these videos of the value that I'm giving you guys in these live streams with this podcast, right? I'm also going to post articles on LinkedIn. I'm not only just posting to get you to come and talk to me and sit down with me. Like that's not going to get me far, right? And I see that a lot of times with a lot of people. And so I want to talk about why actually providing free value is going to work, right? And so people, they just appreciate value and you like actually being genuine and caring and giving to them, or they actually appreciate that. It starts to build up a lot of trust with the audience that you have. If the only thing that they are always saying is, oh, Minnie, you turn on my camera, baby girl. If the only thing that your audience that you're posting to sees is, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing big things, come and talk to me and to learn about how I'm doing this, you're never going to be able to actually build trust, right? And what sort of reciprocity are you going to get out of it? Not much, right? And so that's where you want to make sure that you're actually building up good communities and providing actual value, right? But also providing free value to others kind of puts you into a predicament where you are kind of an expert. You kind of looked at, you have some credibility. Like right now, I don't have much credibility. I only just started this channel. Right? But over time of providing so much value and knowledge and education, information, mindsets, all these different things, you start to actually look like the expert. Instead, I could say, hey, I'm doing these big things. Come follow me, come check me out, have a meeting with me to figure out how to actually do what I'm doing. Or I'll just provide the mindset to you. Or I'll teach you some of the things that I'm doing. Like right now where I say, hey, provide free value, right? But also being able to provide free value is going to get you much further. Just in the last week alone, and maybe I'll pull it up for you guys. In the last week alone on my LinkedIn, just from me practicing this, providing free value, and I'm not going to say that I'm like the biggest expert on like social media, but I want to look at post impressions. So for me, over the last week, I've actually increased my impressions on my posts 126% from actually providing value and free value at that, right? I've actually gotten so much, I've grown 3% followers in the last week. Hey, 3% of followers growing in the last week is much better than probably beforehand. Look, past 14 days, show results. Okay, well, look, that's because I was, look, we're not going to do that. But either way, no, stop it. Go back here. I'm actually providing value, and because of that, it's going to increase the engagements. It's going to increase the amount of people that see my content, that like my content, that comment, share, and things. Like, who would want to send someone a video that says, hey, I'm making a bunch of money. I can help you make a bunch of money too. Come and schedule a meeting with me. Nobody's going to send that to their friend if they see that. But they might say, hey, you need to watch this or read this because this directly applies to you. And it's going to get much more shares. So how do you start to figure out ways to offer more free value? Just share some really good ideas that you have for like different types of content, right? Whether you can provide it through like educational content, how-to videos. Hey, here's how to do this in 5 easy steps. Do things like that, right? Like if you are a salesman, here's how to I don't know. I suck at thinking off the top of my head, right? This is why I have to have outlines and write everything down. But I put up in a share educational content. I want to elaborate on that. But besides that, right, provide actual resources as well. That's another thing that I think a lot of people don't provide. Provide the actual resources that you use that are once again free, that are free value, not necessarily free content. But besides that, the only other thing I would say is provide free consultations. I know that there's a lot of individuals, like let's say you're a personal trainer. A lot of times, some of them, they actually might have like a free consultation where you come in, talk to them, learn some good stuff. They'll actually do some exams, some evaluations on you, things like that, right, for free. But that's going to provide so much more value. And then you can also say, hey, here's some of the recommendations for you. And obviously, given the recommendations, I'm going to tell you, you can give people knowledge all you want to. But if they don't know how to apply it, it does not even matter. Right? So if you give them the knowledge, here's a tip for you guys. Give knowledge. If you hold the power to help them enforce and put into place those things, you are going to be in a really good position because they're going to trust you. They're going to want to come to you for that assistance. And then now they're applying what you also taught them. And it's going to go much further. Right? That you can't get anything better out of that. With that, how do you leverage actual having that free value for growth? All right. So within your free value, that's where you want to give your call to actions. Right? That's where you want to say, hey, now do this, but without being pushy. Here's a good example. Let's say that you post YouTube videos about whatever kind of content that you create for your brand. All right. At the end of the video, you want to know a fantastic way to actually give a call to action, but that's not going to be really too pushy. You can give a call. You can have it in your video. Let's go. Let's say in my video, I decide to say, hey, today we have the chance to talk about this, and this. But in case you missed it, here is where I talk about, what did I talk about? One of my tips from last week about how to take ownership in your business, right? That's a call to action within my free content that I'm giving. And now it's not pushy, but it shows them that, hey, there's more information that you could get. Just watch this video. And there's much more. And if you provided free value throughout that video, you're golden, right? Don't just go on and provide zero value, zero content, zero entertainment, zero education or anything, and then say, hey, like and follow. No, that's not going to get you anywhere. So with that, I'll also say that another really good thing is if you're consistently offering value to keep the people, your audience engaged, you're also going to go much further, right? So you can do that in order to leverage it for growth for your brand, right? If it's, hey, I'm going to provide this really great value with this one time, and then the next 2 months, everything else is going to be locked away, and the only way to get more free value is to actually come and work with me. Like, you're not going to get anywhere. You see people on LinkedIn, and I love LinkedIn because there's so much free value all over. Right? You see people on LinkedIn all the time, especially the top successful people that have everybody following them. They provide so much free value all the time that's consistently keeping the audience engaged, and they know their audience. And so because they're consistently doing it, they look like the expert, and there's still some things that they're not providing to me for free that's making me want to learn more, right? So overall, actually start providing free value, right? Give some really easy content that's educational or informative or entertaining, right? Provide actual value. Start to build and put more into the content that you're creating, right? Don't let that quality suffer. Ooh, that was good. That was good tip number 1 for the week. Provide free value. But like I said before, if it hit you, I didn't mean to miss you.